plus my phone's got to be charged. It's not going to be a long life, but I just wanted to make a few points. Okay. I don't see any consistency. It just is, this is subject to my opinion. Okay. Again, I'm an entertainer. I'm not a financial planner. It's not financial advice. It's entertainment purposes only. But I don't see consistency in the stock market or the cryptocurrency industry. I'm going to explain to you the reason why. Like I said, is there an exception? Yes. Like that friggin' psycho strongman personal finance, Chris. You know, he pitches like things that are weak. Of course that you're going to get a small consistent return with the S&P 500 with index funds. We all do this. We all do this, but we're not interested in 6 or 7%. Everybody's interested in making big money. The BBC Club, the Billionaire Boy Club, the Millionaire Boy Club, or just to be politically correct, Girl Club too, for all of us. No one wants the 6%, 7%, returns. So, but yes, that would probably be the only consistencies. Like if you just wanted consistency, there you go. The question is, can there be consistency, right? Where gigantic, huge money is made? And the answer to that question is yes, which is the V for Victory project. The V for Victory project, in my opinion, has the best of both worlds. It has the consistent, every single effing day wins. Not just once in a blue moon, not, once in a while you get lucky, like Lucky the Irish, and you pick that one stock that has a run, or you get lucky with a cryptocurrency. I'm talking every single day wins consistently. V for Victory project. But we'll talk about that in a moment, okay? Let me tell you why I feel there's no consistency in the stock market and there's no consistency in cryptocurrencies. Okay, let's start with cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies is the billionaire's game. I say this all the time to all of you. You don't understand. It's run by these big, huge whales. Okay, I like to give these analogies. Whales meaning very rich. Like you got some guy in China, like a Jack Ma, who's loaded up with Bitcoin. I mean, this freaking guy owed so much Bitcoin it'd make your head spin like Linda Blair. And he just plays a game. It's a game to him. He looks for, the entry price. He buys a shitload of Bitcoin. He brings it up to a certain level. There's fear of missing out. See, as soon as people see that spike in Bitcoin, there's this temporary excitement where it becomes like a buying frenzy. Everybody buys, 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 and buys. And then once this billionaire sees that it reached a level that he's made a shitload of money, he unloads. There's no regulation. The guy can unload everything he's got in one shot, just like this. Okay. And I know that people make the argument, well, Bitcoin, there's not much circulation left. There's not much Bitcoin. It doesn't make a difference because they don't, in my opinion, these billionaires don't have the intention of holding. They don't. They really don't. They're making so much money. They're making so much of a killing buying and selling that they don't want to hold. That's why I don't think you'll see. I don't think you'll ever see, a million or a $2 million Bitcoin price. They've been saying this for years. I just don't see it happening because there's too much greed. There's too much greed in buying and selling. Then you get something like XRP. The supply is like 53 billion, and people are out of their effing minds that they think that this thing is going to 20,000, 50,000, 100,000. They're nuts. These are just delusional psychopathic lunatics. But to a certain degree, the same rule applies even with these smaller cryptocurrencies because it's just all about some guy who's got a shitload of money and he buys a ton at a low price, a whale, and then sells at an extremely high price. Just finishing up a very quick live stream. Okay. The thing with the stock market, I feel it's the complete opposite. I feel like the stock market has become the big short now. You like that movie, The Big Short? I just feel it's controlled by hedge funds and short sellers. And I gave the analogy of what I feel a bull market is versus a bear market. You understand? A bull market, or actually, let's start with the bear market. A bear market is that the hedge funds want to eat. It's like like the movie The Lost Boys, the vampires. We never get old, we never get sick, but we have to feast. We have to eat. I like to use that analogy for the hedge funds. They have to eat. So they look for these stocks, these meme stocks, these weak stocks. They short it down to the oblivion. They make billions. Look, the proof is in 2022. Retail lost $350 billion. Citadel made $16 billion. I mean, the proof is right in front of our damn faces. Okay, so they feast, they feast, they feast. They make billions and billions and billions of dollars, but at some point they have to make the market resume. They have to, because it's the same concept with a casino. You understand? If everybody who ever went to a casino always lost, they just lost like all the time. Nobody's going to go back to the casinos, and ultimately the casinos will go out of business. So I believe the casinos have a very similar, like, whatever you want to call it, mentality, that they have to feast, like the Lost Boys, like the vampires. They got to have a certain part of the year, or whatever the case may be, where they feast, and they make a fortune. Then they just let it resume. They let it resume. They're like, all right. Then all of a sudden you see people winning jackpots. You see people winning money, and everyone's jumping up and down. It's a timing thing. That's it. It's all about timing. Okay, but you don't realize that it's a timing game that's based on the hedge fund schedule. It's not based on your schedule. It's based on their schedule. It's based on what they want. Okay, you're basically, in essence, how you really make money in the stock market, if you have the good sense to know what's going on. Like, you could take piggyback rides off the hedge funds. That's how you make. That's really honestly how you make money in the stock market. It's like I know that they made a shitload of money off AMC already. I know this, okay? So I know that AMC will at some point have a nice run. It's because they're gonna let the market resume. GameStop's gonna go back up. You'll see. It's gonna have like a nice run, but it's not because of the company's merits so much, or its fundamentals, or for any catalyst. It's just simply that the hedge funds made enough money, and they lay off. That's it. They lay off. They probably just let the market resume, meaning that they're not going to short it. They'll probably play fair in the dark pools. They just let the market resume. Okay, but at some point, this is where there's no consistency. At some point, the hedge funds are going to want to feast once again. You understand? So once AMC gets back to that $40-$50 level, it's time for, I like to call it, Lost Boys time. It's time for the feast again. It's time for them to short this down to the oblivion. And they could use any tactics, whether it be naked shorting, listen to gal say it's all alleged, synthetic shares. Listen, like I said, look, it's never been proved, it's never been disproved, but I'm sure they have their magic little tricks of what they do to win. And Gary Gensler, slaps them with a couple of $1 billion fine when they make $16 billion. So it's all a big friggin' joke at the end, right? It's all a big joke. So that's why I feel there is no consistency in the stock market, and there is no consistency in the cryptocurrency market. That's it. Okay. Now here's the thing. Okay. I want you to know, I put a lot of thinking into this. Where I see consistency is in casinos. I mean, I got to tell you, see, the casinos always win, but the thing is, even when they make, like, see, they have a way. Let me tell you what's different about a casino versus the stock market. Even when they make the industry like resume, they have a very, very interesting technique. And let me tell you what they do. Okay. I actually spoke to pit bosses about this. I kid you, I shit you not. I've done a lot of due diligence on this. Take you take a slot machine, okay? A slot machine has to take in a certain amount of money, and then it just automatically pays out. So it's either going to be you're the bum, you understand? All right, whatever. This guy's crazy. WTF 198. You're either the unlucky bum that's feeding that slot machine, where it's once again it's feast time. You understand? And it just wants money. So that it has to reach a certain point of money that it intakes before it pays out. Actually works the same way with the table games. I actually, one time I was playing roulette, right? And I saw the pit bosses go over to the table. They stop everybody from playing, and they do an inventory check. They're like, where are we at right now? And I remember one time I heard them. They didn't realize I heard them, right? I heard them. They said we're at a deficit. We're at negative $15,000. I stopped playing immediately. I stepped back. I said, I'm going to cash out. I got my money. I stepped back. I watched everybody at that table lose. Okay. The reason was at that particular time, that table was at a deficit. So that translates to feast time. You understand? Vampire time, Lost Boys time. Now, there was another occasion. I'm telling you, I heard this shit. I shit you not, where they did an inventory check. If you have to listen very closely because they're talking, and if you have good hearing, I have good hearing. I'm a musician, so they said, we're at a surplus. We're at a surplus. We're at a $10,000 surplus. What that means is now it's time for them to pay out a little bit. They made money. They'll throw a couple of G's people's way. Then all of a sudden people start winning, and they're like, "I'm winning! Oh my god!" They put 500 on red. They win. Boom. Okay. This isn't magic. This isn't David Copperfield shit. Okay. It's because at some point they're at a surplus. At some point they're at a deficit. I think this whole concept works the same. Okay. But the difference with the casinos versus the stock market is that you got bear markets that could go on for a long ass time because sometimes these hedge funds, they're greedy mother effers, man. The stock market is so different than casinos. Casinos, it's a daily win every day for the casinos. It's just that it just gets to a point with there's points where they have surpluses, there's points where they have deficits, but at the end of the day, it's all mathematics, it's all economics. At the end of the day, they always win. The house always wins. So the point is, I don't know if you could. It's very complicated what I said. It really is very intricate, and I'm not sure if you caught on to all of it. But at the end of the day, a casino is always going to make money every single day. The stock market, it's not. You're not going to make money every day. I don't care if you're the greatest day trader on earth. I don't get like you see all these people, these day traders. They make all these claims on these infomercials. Oh, I make 10,000 a day. It's all bullshit. There's probably plenty of times that they lose their asses. Okay, they're not going to tell you that, of course, but there's that's just the reality. Okay, so I just don't see consistency in making money in the stock market. I don't see consistency in making money in the cryptocurrency industry. I just don't see it. But I do see consistency in making money in the casino industry. Everything, online casinos, sports betting, you're always going to win. Okay. So to me, how you doing, Manuel? To me, it's very obvious what all of us should be doing. We should be entering the casino industry. We should be entering the online casino industry. We should be entering the sports betting industry. It's very, to me, it's simple, common friggin' sense. You don't have to be Albert Einstein. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be Sigmund friggin' Freud here. Okay. It's the difference of do you want to make money every single day? Do you want to win every single day? Or do you want to be a part of the hedge funds friggin' feast where they friggin' suck all your blood like the Lost Boys, and God only knows how long you're gonna have to bag hold. God only knows how long you're gonna have to wait before they make the market resume. Do you want to be a part of an industry where at any time a billionaire could just unload all the Bitcoin, unload all the friggin' Ethereum, unload all the XRP, and you're friggin' finished? And again, you have no way of knowing when they're going to buy back in because you're playing a game that you're not part of. You're not part of that club. Don't you understand? This is a private club and you're not invited. It's the billionaires boys club, billionaires girls club, whatever. You are not invited in this club. You're not a member. You're not a member. So you're a spectator. You're hoping for the best. It's worse than gambling. It really is because you have no idea, absolutely no idea when these billionaires are going to unload. What's up, American Dream? How you doing? I love you guys. You understand what I'm trying to say? But with the casino industry, what you all don't understand is that because it has a different type of a format, it wins every day. This is what I'm trying to make you understand. It's wins every day. So it's like I always use this analogy. If you took the same 350 billion that we all squandered, including myself, okay, that retail lost in 2022, and if that money was invested in say 100 casinos, I'm talking top-notch casinos. I'm talking Vegas. I'm talking Dubai. I'm talking, Macau, I'm talking Atlantic City. You would have an empire. You would have a dynasty, okay, of probably revenues exceeding $100 billion a year. You're talking about winning every day, win, 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 just like Steve Wynn. Okay. And I just don't understand. Well, that's what I'm talking about, American Dream. I'm talking about being the owners of the casinos. I'm not talking about being a gambler. I'm talking about being the owners. For some reason, no matter how many times I do these live streams, no matter how many times I explain the V for Victory plan, people keep thinking I'm referring to being a gambler. No, I'm talking about being the owner of the casino, being the house. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about being a gambler. No, no, but I didn't mean any disrespect, American Dream. But you're not the first person. Many people say this to me, like on live streams. They're like, bro, gamblers always lose. I know this. I'm not talking about being a gambler. I'm talking about owning the effing casino. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Now, you might all say, well, how is that possible? It doesn't seem realistic. It seems crazy. Well, let me put it to you this way. We lost more money than you take Bernie Madoff. Like, here's an example, right? Bernie Madoff lost his investors $50 billion. 50 billion. They said it was the worst thing, it was a bloodbath, the worst thing that Wall Street has ever seen. Really? Retail in 2022 lost $350 billion. That makes Bernie Madoff look like amateur night at the Apollo. And you know what's funny? All they talked about was Bernie Madoff. Like every channel, every single publication talked Madoff, 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 right? I can count the articles I read about retail losing 350 billion on my head. Like it literally, like you hardly hear about it. And this was the biggest bloodbath in history. I still believe to this day this was all a setup. I can't prove it. I have to say it's alleged. I believe this was a setup. It started with GameStop. The hedge funds figured out a way. It was genius. It was friggin' brilliant. Okay, to make us believe that we could beat them. You understand? This was their whole plan. This was their whole scam. So they sacrificed Melvin to lose. It's funny because Citadel, isn't it ironic how they build them out anyway? And at a later they got their money back when they started making money back. Listen, Melvin lost what, 2 billion? I want you to think about it. I want you to use your brains. Melvin lost 2 billion, and then ultimately the retail lost 350 billion. Let me ask you a simple question. Would you sacrifice $2 billion for a bait and switch scam, which is what I believe went down, to actually make 350 billion? Who would do that? I would do that. Would you do that? Would you do that? Would you lose temporarily 2 billion so that at some point in the very near future you're going to make 350 billion? It was a scam. It was a setup. It was bait and switch. That's all it was. I have to say alleged to protect myself, but that's all it is. The bottom line is it's corrupt stock market. It's rigged the stock market. Cryptocurrencies is run by billionaires. You have virtually no chance of winning. And you know what? I really think if you're honest with yourselves, and I think that if you really sit back and look at your portfolios, over the long term, you're going to notice that you're at a loss. Okay, that's what it is. You're all kidding yourselves. You're all kidding yourselves that you think you can consistently. I love it when you bring up these one stocks like the HKDs and all this shit. That yeah, okay, do something like amazing, but it's so effing rare. It's so effing rare. It's not. You know what it's like? It's like it making this argument. I won $250,000 in the New York lottery in 2019. The odds of winning the Pick Four are 10,000 to 1 odds. Okay. Is it possible that you can win the lotto? Sure. Okay. But is it consistent? Do you understand? Like the next day, am I going to win again? The following day, am I going to win? No. Look, the last time I won it was 2019. We're in 2023, heading into 2024. That's like a long time. So do you see what I'm saying? There's no consistency. There's no consistency in trying to play the lotto. There's no consistency in the stock market. There's no consistency in cryptocurrencies. But where there is consistencies is in the casino industry. Every single day, the owners of casinos make money. And I explained to you how the system works. I don't want to repeat it. Okay, rewind. If you didn't hear it, rewind the live stream and you'll hear it. Okay, rewind the live stream. I went through the system, how they win every single effing day. So I don't know. I don't understand all of your mentalities. I think a lot of you are very stupid people. It's like you want to be involved in industries that are controlled by billionaires. You want to be involved in rigged industries, corrupt industries. You want to be in industries that have absolutely no consistency. But I don't know what it is with you. It's like that's what you want. And you just keep doing it over and over again. And you keep losing and losing and losing. And every single day that you're losing, the casino owners are winning. They're winning. You're losing, they're winning. And when I say that they're winning every single day. Not once in a while, not the luck of the Irish. The luck of the Irish for the casino owners is every day. And I just simply can't understand why we can't all come together once again as one great ape movement. Okay, just like we did before, just like we did with AMC. We had 7, 8 million apes worldwide. Why can't we all come together again as one great ape movement, but do it in a different industry? Do it in the casino industry. Why don't you try it? It's like what do you got to lose? You know what I mean? You only lost 350 billion in 2022, right? Why don't you try a different approach? Why don't you try something different? And you know what? To your shock and to your surprise, it's gonna work, and you're all gonna friggin' faint. You're gonna faint, and you're gonna say, "I can't believe that I didn't do this in the beginning. I can't believe I waited all these years to do this. I could have been winning every day. I could have been doing great. I could have been doing fantastic, but I've been played in this stupid stock market, stupid cryptocurrencies, corruption, $1 billion, the billionaires game." Okay. And you're gonna feel like a fool. Everybody plays the fool. You're no exception to the rule, but you have to understand it's not so easy to make this happen. Okay, look, I'm trying to be the leader of the V for Victory project. That's what I wanted. I am the leader. I'm not trying. I am the leader. And the thing is, I'm telling you, unfortunately, I have to do this in a very specific way for legality purposes. That's what you don't understand. I can't come forward right now and say I want investments from everybody. Okay. The SEC is going to put me in jail. Okay. I'm not a broker dealer. I have nothing registered. Now you might say, well, why not register? Because people have asked me this question. Why not be a broker dealer right now? Why not register everything right now? It's very simple because you're supposed to only deal with accredited investors. This is what people don't understand. Like you can deal with a few non-accredited investors, but the majority of the people who invest are accredited investors. What is an accredited investor? Someone who makes over $250,000 a year, someone who has over $1 million net worth, someone who is considered sophisticated, like they know what they're doing. No one's going to invest in me right now. I don't have a proven track record. I'm a guy from Jersey. People are going to be, who the F is this freaking guy? So that's why I'm trying to reach out to my AMC ape brothers and my AMC ape sisters. We all got friggin' mutilated here. We got our ass handed to us. And I think that you would understand. And I would think that you're angry. And I would think that you want revenge. Okay. And that's who I'm trying to reach. Okay. The retail investor who lost the $350 billion in 2022. You guys should be pissed off. But instead, a lot of you friggin' mongoloids are doing the same thing with your friggin' Robinhood accounts, with your friggin' Webull accounts. It's like you just want to lose. I don't know if it's just like you have a born loser gene, or you're just stupid. Maybe you fell off a tree as a kid. You have no intellect. You have no IQ. Why after losing $350 billion in 2022 would you want to repeat it again? I don't know. I think it's crazy. Okay. So what I'm suggesting to people is this. Okay. Here's how you can help me fund. I want to fund the first casino project. Like I use this analogy, CMOS. Like if you ever saw the movie Planet of the Apes with Mark Wahlberg, he sent the first chimpanzee into space. His name was CMOS. You understand? He landed on planet Earth in the future. All the monkeys, they bowed to him. CMOS. CMOS. It's like he was a god to them. I want to be like the CMOS that goes to Las Vegas. If you follow what I mean, I want you to send me to Las Vegas. I use my own money. I fund the first casino project. Now you have to understand it's a whole new world. Okay, it's a whole new ball game. People are going to take me seriously. I will have a proven track record of success. I will have an actual tangible asset that's real that I can open up the books. You can see the price paid. You can see the management. You can see the revenues coming in. You can see it all. I'm not going to be no Adam friggin' pants down Enron. I'm going to be the most transparent person ever in the history of finance. Now, the thing is, now I could give you a real opportunity. Okay. Now I could hire a securities firm, a top notch securities firm. Now I could put together an offering that the SEC approves. And now for project number two, meaning casino project number two, casino project number three, now you could get involved. You understand? Now you can make an investment down the line after there's an offering that's approved by the SEC. I can't do it this way right now. And what makes me sick is like you're all procrastinating and you're all holding this back. If all of you would just simply come to my live streams, get the word out there, talk about the V for Victory projects with your friends, your family, other retail investors, specifically retail investors at AMC, our eight brothers, our eight sisters, our eight family. Try to explain to them we trying to like that song Reunited? Like, reunited and it feels so good. Reunited and it's understood. We're trying to reunite. We're trying to bring the whole movement back together. Millions and millions and millions of ape brothers, millions and millions and millions of ape sisters starting the movement again, bringing the movement alive again, but in a different industry, in the casino industry. I have all the steps. I have the ace cards. I know exactly what I'm doing. The thing is, I'm trying to reach you. I'm trying to get in your heads. Like another thing you could do is buy my shirt. People are complaining it's $50. It's amazing to me. There are people who've lost hundreds of thousands, 10,000, 30,000, 50,000, in the stock market, in meme stocks. They're complaining over a $50 t-shirt. That's too much money, Apefather. It's psychopath. It's like Norman Bates shit. Okay. This is stuff that all goes for the V for Victory project. Look, super chats help me, okay, using my own money, okay, to finance the first V for Victory project. Super stickers. Like you could go to any video I put out, you could give like a special thanks. It's called a super sticker. That's another way for me to build up my income to finance the first V for Victory project. Apefather t-shirts. Okay, $50 done by Cash App. My Cash App is the $ Richard Lavoie. RICHARDLEVOI. So once again, my Cash App account to make the $50 payment for an Apefather t-shirt. $ Richard Lavoie. RICHARDLEVOI. Once you make the $50 payment, you send me an email. Richard, here's my email, it's my Gmail account. Richard, RICHARDLE101 at gmail.com. Let me repeat my Gmail. Richard, RICHARD, L as in Larry, E as in Edward, 101 at gmail.com. After you make the Cash App $50 payment, you send me an email, tell me your full name, tell me your shipping address, and tell me the size of the t-shirt you want. People, they call me a scam artist. They're like, Ken Griffin is the scam artist. I'm not the scam artist. Okay, I'm not the person, okay, who took $350 billion away from you. Okay, I'm actually the person who gave money to my eight brothers. I donated with no tax benefits, no 501c tax benefits. I gave out over $10,000 of my money to my eight brothers and my eight sisters. Nothing I've ever done was bad to all of you. Okay, I have always been honest with all of you. I've always been transparent. I open up my family to you. I open up my life to you, and you call me a scam artist. I've never committed a scam in my life. I've never done nothing. I am a law-abiding citizen. I am a good father. I am a good person. I mean, you want to call me a scam artist because I'm trying to help all of us. See, that's what you don't understand. Everybody thinks I'm trying to enrich myself. You couldn't be more wrong. You couldn't be more wrong. It's like I just want to establish myself. That's what you don't understand. I just want to establish myself. I just want to open the first casino, using my own money. And I told you my intention is then to hire a top-notch securities firm and put together some sort of an offering. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. It could be a private placement. It could be a crowdfunding, because there is crowdfunding now that is actually approved, that could be approved by the SEC. Okay, and then I want to give all of my eight brothers, right? And we've already seen it happen. Listen to me. How could you be so ignorant? How could you be so stupid? We've already seen it happen. So, do you know how many times I saw Bitcoin go up and down, up and down? And I'm not talking about little jumps. I'm talking about gigantic, gigantic friggin' dumps. Gigantic, more than when I eat like a 3 porterhouse steaks. Okay. So you're all, you know what it is? You're in fantasy land. I feel sorry for a lot of you. I really do. I feel sorry for a lot of you because you can't see the truth that's right in front of your effing face. You can't see that this is a manipulated, controlled industry, the cryptocurrency industry. You're all like friggin', you know what you are? You're all like stupid puppets. All right. These billionaires play you for fools, man. They play you for fools. You know what they do? They like I told you, there's some big whale, there's some rich whale. Okay. He's, when I say whale, meaning rich, I'm not talking weight. Okay. I'm talking that he's very rich. And, he'll buy a bunch of Bitcoin. He shocked you. Bitcoin has been doing terrible for so long. Let's be honest. Ever since Bitcoin had that major crash from 60,000, Bitcoin has been doing terrible. It is being doing terrible. The first tiny little spike that you see, you all play into it like a bunch of friggin' fools. Okay. And this is exactly what they want. You're so stupid. You have no intellect. This is what these billionaires want. They give you that little spike. It's called bait and switch. You understand? It's called bait and switch. They give you that little spike. And what do all of you do? You jump in, you FOMO. Oh, that's it. I'm in. Cryptocurrencies is the future. And you're going to see a little rise. You're going to see a rise. You're going to see it go to 40,000. You're going to see it go to maybe 45 or 50,000. But then it's going to dump. It's going to dump so fast. And the problem is a lot of you are not really doing this for the short term. A lot of you really believe in it for the long term. And I really feel sorry for you. Yeah, Antonio, it's a scam, you stupid, dumb, low intellect, single digit IQ mother effer. It's a scam. You know what it is? It's the same thing that happened with GameStop. You dumb mother effers. They made GameStop shoot all the way up to almost $500. All of us believed, right, that we beat Melvin. All of us believed we beat the hedge funds. It was a bait and switch. Okay, they sacrificed $2 billion to make $350 billion. Look, I'm not going to fight with all of you. Look, listen, it's like I told you before, with or without you, the YouTube song, with or without you, with or without you. Look, I am going to do all of this with or without you. So I don't care. Look, God bless you. Remember something. I wish you all the best of health. Like my grandmother Anna in heaven says, I wish you health first, happiness second, and success third. But some people just never learn. That's what it is. Some people never learn. Some people continue to get fooled and they continue to fall for the same scam. That's it. Okay? You want to do it? God bless. Keep doing it. God bless. That's all I have to do. It's not for me. Okay, it's not for me, mother effers. I'm loading up on gold, I'm loading up on cash, and I'm loading up in the real estate industry. Do whatever the F you please. But just remember my words, okay? Remember my words. When you see the big, gigantic cryptocurrency crash again that is imminent, think of my effing face. Look at this face and just kind of take a photo in your head and remember my face when that happens, okay? That smart ass Antonio Miranda who thinks he knows everything about everything. That guy doesn't even know that guy doesn't even know 1+1 is 2. Listen to me. He thinks he knows everything about everything. He simply doesn't understand that you're nothing. You know what you are, brother? You're a goldfish. You're a goldfish in the ocean of sharks, orcas, whales. Bro, you're nothing. You know what they do to goldfish? You know what they do to salmon? They devour you. They devour you, Antonio. You're nothing. You're nothing. You understand? These people are playing a game with you. What a wicked game to play. To take my money away. They're just playing a game with you. Bro, they show you a little rise. Look, we've seen this happen so many effing times. Remember friggin' DWAC? Who remembers that? Shot up to $175 and then it plummeted. I mean, remember Megalodon? Remember that friggin' thing with that psychopath friggin', what's his name? What was that crazy guy's name again? Dale. That psychopath Dale. He called himself the Meg friggin' warrior. What was he? First he was the AMC shoulder, whatever it was. The guy's a friggin' psychopath. Okay, what happened to friggin' Megalodon? What happened to that shit? It friggin' had its big rise and its big fall. Don't you see a pattern? Don't you see a pattern? It keeps happening. We saw Bitcoin go to 60,000 and then it took the major drop. I know I'm going to say this wrong, the Dogecoin. We saw the Dogecoin go all the way up to friggin' 73 cents and then it plummeted all the way back down to 4 cents. How many more times do you have to see this before you wake up and smell the cappuccino, before you wake up and smell the coffee? You can't learn? Are you that dumb that you can't see what they're doing to us? Whatever. I gotta go. FIFA victory. This live stream is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. Everything I said is for entertainment purposes only. Bunch of friggin' idiots.